Get it? I wanna see you get it. Pleasure. Get it? I wanna see you. Yeah, get it? I wanna see you get it. I wanna see you. I wanna see you. Yeah, get it? I wanna see you get it. Pleasure. Get it? I wanna see you. Yeah, get it? I wanna see you. Get it? I wanna see you.
Hello, hello. Oh my god. Yeah, Adrienne's waking up. Why not? I think it'll be a good day to have a lawyer. a lawyer funeral. Lawyer funeral. Alright. I don't know if many people are here yet, but people should start filtering soon. Also, I apologize if I sound like I just woke up. It's because I just woke up. I was up late last night on Bree, hanging out with the Bondis until about 7:30 in the morning. And it's now almost 4 p.m. So I slept. I just woke up, started stream again. Here we are. Hi, no. Wait, why don't you have VIP? Hold on. Why does, what is it, Deputy Casanova not have VIP? I've been really trying to get on that lately, so everyone from NoPixel has VIP. And Pantsu. How are you? Alright, let's go get our car. The attorney RP chat said we're meeting at the graveyard cemetery. So, we're gonna go there. Nobody here. How is everyone today? It feels weird being awake at this time. Wait, is that... Oh, it's a local. It feels weird being awake at this time. I'm not used to this. You just got off the server from training the cadet. Ooh, how'd that go? Hi, Lachlan. Get in.
Oh, hey.
I already played this song. You sound like you just woke up.
Yeah, something like just like that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same. I guess we're supposed to meet at the cemetery. That's what Braun said, so let's go. How have you been?
Pretty good. How about you?
Not bad. Not bad. I will be around more often. So I'm excited for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, like a lot more often. So
Well, that makes me happy.
yeah, I miss my teenage attorney and my baby lawyer. That sounds weird when I say that. I should just stick to baby lawyers.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, this glad people are gonna be coming to this. I've heard a lot of
Yeah.
people are.
Yeah, I invited a journalist from Weasel News to be here, so
Oh, nice.
yeah. Yeah, I feel like it should be, documented.
That's good.
At least the DOJ and the media are paying attention, even if PD decides to just, ignore it. Pretend
Yeah,
it
exactly.
didn't happen, move on to the next,
Well, if they pretend it didn't happen, in their eyes, it really didn't.
Yeah.
So,
I wonder if anyone else is here yet.
I'm not sure.
Oh, that's a nice ride over there. I wonder where here we're supposed to meet.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
head
not
up
sure.
there.
Yeah.
I hate being here.
Yeah, me too. I try to avoid it as much as possible. This is a nice sunset, at least.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, of course. Take your time.
Hi, Kermit. I'm sorry I haven't visited in a while. I last saw you in December. This is right after Diaz was murdered. And I was scared that you would be disappointed in me for defending the man who did it. I know now that you would have just realized I was doing my job. I'm sorry that you never got justice. You'd be proud to know that I worked as a special prosecutor on a case. There was a new attorney, Larry Hallow. You didn't get to meet him. He kind of reminds me of you, if that's possible. But it felt good working for the prosecution again. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't realize how much I missed it, and how much I missed you. I remember staying up late, working on cases together, and before we knew it, we'd be seeing the sunrise, I love working with Summer, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Things are going really well with Raja. I think you would have really liked him. think you guys would have gotten along really well. You both would have had so much fun making fun of me. I could have seen you guys bond over that. Another lawyer was murdered. He was gunned down in his jail cell while in protective custody. The officers that did it, one of them got fired. And the other one, well, they put a cadet in charge of the murder investigation. I know if we had still been working together in the DA's office, they would have been facing count of manslaughter and criminal negligence. Their negligence led to McGraw's homicide. And no one's going to be held accountable for it. But we would have done something. We would have made sure they would have been held accountable. We did it once before with Leonard. We should have done it with Angel. We could have done it again. I think you would have been disappointed in the DA's office and how it's being run now. I'm surprised there's not... Your grave's not worn out from all that rolling. Because I swear to God, I would have never left if you died. If you hadn't have died. I never would have left. People are starting to filter in. I'm going to make sure to visit you more often, okay? Goodbye, Kermit.
Oh, hey, Adrienne.
Hi.
Miss West.
Hello.
Can you believe that we find ourselves in this predicament again, Miss West?
Happens too commonly. I was just visiting Carmen's grave, and I plan to visit Nora's before we leave, and Savage's as well.
Damn.
Nora was presumably murdered right up there, too. I don't think Cameron knows that. But I know that.
Hello, everyone.
Braun?
Hi, Bron.
Hello.
Hey.
It's been a while,
Hi.
Braun.
How's it going?
Could be better.
Could be better.
Agreed. Alright, so we will allow time for late comers to arrive. I don't really know how to plan something like this. I have a thing I would like to say, and then, I don't know, I'd like to turn it over to someone who's a little better at organizing stuff like this. I figure we all just say something.
I would agree on that.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be too formal.
He never was one for formalities anyway.
Not with that hair, no. I loved it. Permed mullet and all.
Let the mullet work for you.
Yeah.
Then he shaved it.
Now he permed it and then he shaved it.
You know, for all we like to make fun of it, the mullet did work for him.
It did.
Seems we've got quite a few people coming.
It's good.
Good. Welcome.
Hi. Hi.
Oh, goodness.
Hello.
Hey, Ron.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, hey.
Hey, Gregory.
Hey, guys. Glad you made it.
Me too. Me too.
Oh, Daisy's
All right.
showing up. I wonder if any officers or any judges will show.
I think Judge Stanton might be coming. I don't know though.
Okay.
See if he remembers.
He might be getting stabbed again.
He might
Um,
need a reminder.
First Temple sends his regards. He won't be joining us.
Yeah, I kind of figured it'd be a little late for him.
Hey, what's up?
So yeah, I figured we'd go to the little island. That's where everybody usually goes, right?
Yeah.
Or we could go to the tombstones.
Have we picked one out yet for him?
I don't know, that would come down to next of kin. Is there a next of kin present for McGrawl?
I'm not next of kin, but I was listed as an emergency contact.
I know his brother's been in the city, but I don't know if he's gonna make it to the service.
Well, I guess we'll see.
Would anyone have an issue if I record this just for? I was gonna make a little bit of a memorial for him.
It seems like a good idea.
Agreed. Especially for people who can't make it. And people who need to understand what happened.
All right, I'll make sure to stay out of the way.
Thank you.
Hey,
The island seems like a good choice.
do you want me to ping you?
Yeah, we'll go with the island. Island's good.
Okay, I'll do that.
Plus, it's easy to find if people show up late, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's pretty dressed up. Okay, I'll let them know that you're on your way.
I don't know how to dress for these things.
There's
Hey,
another
all
one
fine.
on their way.
I don't know how to dress nice.
No, you're all fine, Rowan.
A lot of people here.
Has anyone heard if Archer is on his way?
I do not personally know who is on their way. A lot of people said they were coming, but I don't know how many more people to expect. I'm just going to keep asking if anybody's still on their way.
I'll see if I can get in touch with him.
I say we get started in no more than 10 minutes, though. Welcome. Alright, so in like 7 or 8 minutes, I'm gonna put out another tweet asking if anyone else is coming. So if you all want to get in touch with people to see if they're gonna come,
Crush your card, baby.
you know, we got time for that.
I actually pulled it out like that. Oh. I also had blue hair.
Oh.
Which I'm gonna go do that. We'll see if anybody's forgetting.
I'll email Stan.
I'm around. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just on my own.
Oh god, my phone's charging still. Okay. Speaking of, any? Okay.
So how's everybody's day? Anything interesting happen?
Not really.
Oh?
You'll have to forgive me, I'm extremely tired.
Same.
You're fine.
Been awake for a very long time.
It's understandable.
Hello there, sir.
How you doing?
Hey, Flop.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Sorry I'm late.
That's alright, I figured we would need some time to determine how many people are coming.
All good.
Alright, I'll give it a few more minutes, then I'll do one last check if anyone's still on their way. I like to give people time to change for stuff like this too.
You don't be like me where you have to think for another way and forgot about it.
Yeah.
A lot of people here.
Okay, we are waiting on one more. Important one.
Judge Stanton is on his way as well.
Oh, good.
We're just waiting for
Excuse
people.
me.
We're just waiting for people. Be right back. Where is it? Nora's grave is around here. Somewhere. Is it this one with the flowers? Or is it down here? Can't remember which one is Nora's. I think it's this. The flowers. Might be up more. I remember it was by a ledge. I think it was this one. 'Cause it had the bouquet next to it. Hi, Nora. I just met with Kermit. I hope you guys are taking care of McGrawl up there. You have the big courthouse in the sky. I can literally hear you rolling your eyes as I said that. I hate that I can see the spot that you were taking it from your grave. Literally right up those stairs. I miss you. I miss working on cases with you and Kermit. We were a goddamn powerhouse. We won a lot of cases together. There's been a lot of death penalty cases coming up. And I'm just reminded of what I did to you. how you didn't want the death penalty for Barker. You thought that he could be reformed, that it was an accident. You were working on a plea agreement with, ironically, with Splainer of all people. And you had signed it. It just had to be submitted. And then I went to Dennis. I told him to rip it up. That I wanted to push for the death penalty. That I wanted to see him bleed out. Get the noose, get the chair. I didn't fucking care. The man who killed an officer and all I wanted was his blood. But I went behind your back to do that. And you were blindsided. Because you thought it was just the judges, you know, flexing their power and doing what they do. But it was me. And I remember the silence right after he had been shot. The prison had been more quiet than I'd ever heard it before. The firing squad members, Reinhardt was crying. She didn't want to do it. She didn't want to pull the trigger. People in the stands were freaking out. I can still hear Eugene's voice. And you were crying. And you kept repeating over and over, we did this, this is our fault, we did this. Nora, you didn't do anything wrong. I did that. I don't want you to blame yourself for that, okay? I'm sorry. I treated you like shit when I did that. And in return, you gave me the greatest person I've ever met. You were the one who told Raja to watch out for me. He had been watching me for weeks, possibly months before I even met him. Or at least remember meeting him. He says we had met before. And I vaguely remember meeting him outside the DA's office. And that guy tried to come in with a gun. But without you, I wouldn't have met the love of my life. But without me, you'd probably still be alive. That's not fair. Bye, Nora. Hi, critters. I'm sorry. It's like people are making their way to the lake.
Your Honor. Always could be better.
Oh shit. Almost walked across the goddamn grave.
I don't think it's his. I don't think they've picked out a plot yet.
Oh damn. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Do we even have a body?
I would like to welcome everyone today to the memorial
Can
for
we
Chris
see the
McGrawl,
body?
a member of the Department of Justice and a fellow attorney. McGrawl reminded me of when I was a young attorney just starting out and being scrappy in the courtroom, getting contempt of court charges, you know, trying to do something good by the people of this city, and biting off more than I could chew from time to time. And I saw a lot to admire and a lot of potential in McGrawl, and his life was cut short. There's a lot of people here who knew him a lot better than I did, and probably cared about him a lot more than I honestly did. You know, personally, I didn't know him too well, but I regarded him highly as an attorney, and I had an eye on him. But I have to say a few things. Those of us who are represented here from the attorneys in the Department of Justice, we're being marginalized and we're being trivialized. And when an attorney gets killed, nothing happens. Nothing has been done about Chris McGrawl because the police don't want to get dirt on their face for the questions that would be raised should they look deeper into it. Because certain matters were mishandled and opportunities were missed, we have lost a lot of attorneys and nothing has happened. And Chris is just the latest in a long line. And while I will be turning myself in later today after we're done here for a extremely important illegal tint warrant that I must serve jail time for, murders go unnoticed because, hey, it's just an attorney. It's not like it's a cop. It's not like it's a real person. And day in, day out, year in, year out, we answer the call every time the police decide that something is a big deal. And we devote weeks, sometimes months, of our lives to digging through their shit. But when one of us gets cut down, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't know Chris as well as probably most of you all, so I'm gonna open things up for you all to say what you'd like to say farewell to Chris. But I just wanted to get up here and say that I am devastated that his death goes unanswered.
I'll be the first to go ahead and speak on his behalf. No. Oh, Chris. McGraw wasn't always my favorite person, but he was a good person. He was a good lawyer. He was coming up. I will say that one thing that described him, and I knew him best in the courtroom, and when he was in that courtroom, he was passionate. That is for sure. He was passionate, and if he had the same amount of passion that he had in the courtroom as he had in his everyday life, I'm sure he was a great man. I didn't know him too well in his personal life.
Oh, Bones is here.
And feel like I've been deprived of that. I don't have too many other words to say, but Chris, you did leave an impression on me, and I hope you're in a better place.
How many lawyers here have killed somebody? Raise your hand.
Hello. My name is Rhea Manning. I had the privilege of knowing Chris for a brief while. In that time, we were lovers, and he was a great man. He was great. One of the most caring people I've ever met. He went through a lot in the short time that I knew him, and he didn't deserve any of it. And I'm just happy that he's at peace. And, yeah. I love you, Chris. And I miss you.
Oh, yeah. That's why I invited
Beautiful words.
Stonefinger here.
My name is Sydney Bearmont. Many of you probably don't know who I am, and that's okay, because it's not about me today, it's about Chris. And Chris took me in my first days in the city. I didn't get to know him for long, but the time I did get to be his friend, I considered him one of my best. He was an idiot, he was an asshole, and I loved him for it. I'm gonna keep missing him every day he's gone. And so long as all of you are still here to remember him, he never will truly be gone. And it's nice to know that I'm not alone in missing him.
Gotta be a little faster.
It's okay.
Hi. I'm Dr. Rogers.
Oh, it's Rogers!
I was with Chris as he was in EMS. From a few of you words, I didn't get to see him for his lawyer times. But the thing with Chris, he wants to help. He helped people. Even that was in EMS, trying to get them in the hospital, or doing his job as a lawyer, trying to make sure they're on the right path, making sure they're getting that right defense, making sure they are seeing the treatments that they are deserving. And I can see with that Chris, even though he helped people, has touched on many of our lives. Maybe in little ways, some in big. Hey, he brought me back to life when I've accidentally slipped off a crane when I was working with him. Knowing Chris, he always jumps in heads first. Doesn't ask many questions about it, just wanting to go in and help. Earlier today, I received a letter from another friend of Chris, named Alex Taylor. And he said in this letter, he was one of the nicest people he knew, and Chris wanted to push Alex to be a better person.
I didn't know McGrawl very well. I would go to his court cases and I would watch him. And I was always amazed at how passionate he was. Regardless of who his client was or what they did, he treated them all the same and he fought for them. And it's rare to see. It's rare to see a lawyer go through those lengths, jump through those hoops for their client, you know. I see some attorneys, they go in and out and, they're done with the court case, but he treated everyone special. And I loved seeing that. He didn't deserve to go out the way that he did. And the care of the police who let him just get shot and gunned down, who didn't do anything about it. Braun said it earlier, but so many lawyers have left us. Kermit, Nora, Savage, and now McGrawl. No justice. I don't like it. And I'm sorry this happened to you, McGrawl. You didn't deserve this. You deserved better.
Good evening. Chris McGrawl, worked a lot against him, mostly, through my former half into becoming a district attorney. He always butted heads with me all the time in the courthouse. We always argued, but eventually we got to get along through the latter half until his unfortunate death. His death serves as but another to me and to most of us, as well as the deaths of Caden Delano, who has yet to be mentioned, Nora Dupre, Kermit DeLaw, and the likes. I see people want justice, people want this and that, but it's cruel reality. I wish that I could fight for the justice that I want to see, but hell, that's too far to come. Nobody got retribution for my mother's death. I want to see something too. Justice Omnibus.
One of the things that I liked about Chris McGrawl is that he treated everyone that he worked with the same passion that he treated his own work. You know, coming in as a new attorney in this city, he never rubbed it in my face that he'd been around longer, that he had more experience. He even went out of his way to give me opportunities to work with him on cases, even though my firm and his had butted heads at times. And even though I didn't get a chance to know him long, I really respected that in spite of his passion, in spite of the way some people might have thought of him, at the end of the day, he was a very professional person. And attorneys in this city should aspire to be more like Chris McGrawl.
I want to stand next to the other murder lawyers.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak?
Jack, thank you for the host. How are you? I'm good.
Alright, well, at any rate, let's have a moment of silence for Chris. And then if anyone else thinks of something to say, they can. And then we can say our goodbyes. Thank you.
And 0 cops, yeah. We have lawyers, EMS, a judge, a journalist at Weasel News. No officers.
Alright. Unless there's anyone else who would like to step up and speak a bit about Chris, I think it's time we say our goodbyes and go home.
Yeah. Agreed. I love Archer. No. I still need to plan one for Shaw, Jesse Skid, and now Boba, but god damn, these things are hard to schedule. Well, I was waiting for PD to do it, but they never did, so I think Bree is going to try to do it. But Bree also has to plan Boba's, so... And I have to plan... Adrienne has to plan Jesse Skids. It's a lot. I have no idea.
That's up to you, Milton. I'm good, sir.
There's Kenneth over there. I'm going to talk to him.
Yeah. With them, so
Oh.
I felt I
Died here.
Hey, Kenneth.
Hey.
Hi.
Hello, Miss West.
Hi, Grayson.
I didn't know the others, but I heard 5 names today. 5 within what? 8 months?
Yeah. I forgot that Caden was an attorney for a while. Look at that. No one's been brought to justice for any of them.
Yeah. I was just telling Grayson, you know, there are at least 2 people I know of who are out there actively hunting lawyers today. Any one of us could have died just trying to come to this funeral.
Who's hunting lawyers?
Quentin Palmer, Sonia Summers.
Who's Quentin Palmer?
I don't know, some crazy guy who has a thing for killing lawyers. He lit Solomon on fire.
Jesus.
I saw him once at the courthouse.
I heard Riker got his spine ripped out.
Yeah. Yeah. Though, somehow, he seems to still be alive.
Miracle of modern science, you know?
I don't think he's okay, though. I think he's very much not okay. I'm very worried about Riker.
Cameron's going up to the spot his mother was murdered.
I'm keeping my ears open, Kenneth.
Thank you.
Cameron shouldn't go up there.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think so.
What? That's where his mother was presumably
I'd just like
murdered.
to point out that not a single member of law enforcement showed up for this funeral, in spite of the fact that Chris McGrawl was a member of emergency services before becoming an attorney. He devoted his life to helping people. And it's a real shame. It's a real shame what happened to him. And that nothing's being done for him.
If I was the DA, I would have charged the officers with manslaughter, criminal negligence. But we know nothing will happen to him.
Who here knew him best, do you think?
What was that?
Who here knew him best, do you think?
Probably Freya.
Okay. Are you guys gonna be hanging out a bit, or are you heading straight out?
I'll be here for a moment.
What about you, Mr. Braun?
I'm gonna linger for a little bit longer in case anyone wants to talk to me about anything else, but I've been awake for a very, 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 very long time, and I stayed up to make sure I didn't sleep through this, so I'm beat. It's time for dinner and bed for me.
All right. Well, I won't keep you waiting. I would like to discuss something with you in
Thanks
just a
for
little
putting
bit.
this all together, Murphy.
I'm sorry?
Thanks for
Sir, would you like to
putting
say
this all
anything
together and
for the
such.
video?
Of course, I had no idea that the turnout would be so significant. So I'm glad you all got a chance to get together and say goodbye to Chris.
Kenneth, we have to do something for Jesse.
I'm glad a lot of people
What do you mean?
to show up.
Jesse's good.
What about him?
Come here. You don't know about Jesse?
I don't know what. What happened to Jesse?
He was murdered about a month and a half ago.
Oh, Jesus.
They don't know who did it.
My God.
They don't.
Oh. I didn't know.
I'm sorry I had to tell you here of all places.
He was just, I don't know, he always moved around so much. I just figured he was off somewhere, you know. I never really knew him outside of that place, so
Right.
I figured it was just normal. You know, he was a little bit absent-minded at times.
I tried to help him establish roots here, and then I leave for a bit, and I come back and find out what happened. There's a few leads, but nothing concrete.
Jesus. He didn't deserve that.
No, he didn't.
He was finally having a chance to get his life back.
He had a second chance, and somebody took that from him.
Do you think it was related to the people that forced him to attack Abdul?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Fuck. That was the last time I heard from him. Oh, Jesus.
I want to organize something for him, even if it's small, you know?
I'll definitely be there.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to the crowd. Are you okay?
I will be. Just... It's a lot to take in, you know?
Yeah.
All these lawyers being murdered. McGrawl, I actually knew. And both of my partners having attempts on their lives as well.
Right.
Sometimes it just seems like no one's safe.
No. And nobody gives a shit when a defense attorney dies anyway, because it's less work for the PD.
Yeah.
They don't have to deal with the court cases. They don't have to deal with any bench trials. They don't have to deal with them down in the cells of MRPD. One less lawyer is great for them.
True. Though from what I hear, they didn't do much more to lift a finger when an ADA was killed either.
No, they didn't. That's why
Two,
I said
if I
earlier,
recall.
if I was the DA, I would have been charging these officers. The DA's office is equally responsible for this.
From what I hear, they have a pretty good idea of who did it, too.
For McGrawl? Yeah, everybody knows
Yeah.
who did it. I was told a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Grayson told me about the shit show of a bail hearing, whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah, I heard that from first. McGraw was failed every step of the way. Every step of the way. But then again, so was Nora. So was Kermit. And dear God, so was Savage.
And Caden.
I don't even know what happened to her.
Me neither. But I certainly haven't seen anything come up on the docket about it.
No.
I just wish there was more that we could do. His brother reached out to me, but with next of kin not being legally recognized, there's not even grounds for him to sue for negligence in police custody.
Right. Just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's the best way that I can put it. It's a fucking shit show.
Yeah. I tried filing a FOIA request just to get my hands on the police report. And the DA's office didn't even acknowledge it for 2 weeks.
I don't like what's happened to the office since I've left. I don't understand what's happening. It's just... I don't understand what's happening.
Me neither. I mean, I like everybody over there. I like Splainer. I like Dupre.
We can like
they're
them,
good
but they still have to
but
do their jobs, you know?
Yeah, it seems like... I don't know. It seems like ever since I've become attorney, it's been... They're pushing ridiculous cases against people that they can't substantiate the charges for, and then at the same time, you know, no justice.
Do you know if Splainer has plans to press criminal charges against the officers who let this happen?
No clue.
God damn. Something needs to happen. Commando Retro.
One can only hope.
Thank you for the
Problem
raid.
is, the officer that all we need, one has been fired, and the other one is a raging doofus just going out there causing havoc in the world.
Right.
Not saving us. They really take that obey and survive to the heart. And I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Martin Luther
On
King
that
Jr.
we can agree.
Hate this.
Well, I certainly hope you can find a way to fight for that justice, Cameron.
If they haven't done it by now, they're not going to.
I'm gonna
God
go before I
knows.
get a headache.
Okay.
We need some of that in this city.
I'm gonna miss McGrawl. He was a lawyer with teeth. Didn't know always how to bite properly, but he had teeth, and I like that.
Yeah.
Hi, Lachlan.
Hey.
How you holding up?
I'm good. Are you guys okay?
Yeah. Just disappointed.
I'm getting there.
Yeah. I'm glad a lot of people showed up.
Right. Same.
Yeah. I wish even one member of the PD had come to pay their respects.
Right.
That guy's intense, Jesus Christ.
Who?
Braun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Long memory, too. I wrote an article about that Chang case a while ago, and he is still got a hot poker up his ass about that.
Yeah.
He didn't make a name for himself by being soft.
True.
Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna go talk to Miss Frey over here, and
okay.
I'll be back to talk to you guys in a sec.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm glad to see Mr. Bones is here. I haven't seen him in a while.
I don't think I've met him.
Fantastic attorney. He's been around longer than I have.
Wow. Seems like, I don't know. Seems like this city has a way of churning through lawyers, and not just those who've died.
Yeah.
Try not to lose your optimism, Lachlan. You're gonna need it.
Just let it fuel you.
I'll try.
We all lose it at some point, but it just kind of turns into rage after a while. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know, Lachlan's actually got a pretty good idea for a project that I think this city needs.
Oh, what's that?
Just really making sure that there's a way for citizens that have a criminal record or want to get an expungement, making sure there's a legitimate plan and system in place, creating job opportunities for them in the long term and helping them get to where they want to be.
A rehabilitation program.
I remember Nora wanted to do that. So did Deputy Forcer.
Yeah, I
It's a
know.
good
I've
plan.
heard. Yeah, I know. I've heard I had to talk to Forrester as well, but that was my plan when I came here. You know, it didn't work out with DOC, and that's why I figured I could make that happen as a lawyer.
Right.
And I still plan on doing that.
Hello. Hi, Sydney.
Hi.
Hey. It's good to see you.
You too. I'm glad you all came.
He was a good friend.
I didn't know him very well,
He really
but
was.
I liked watching him in court. He was always entertaining, but also damn good at what he was doing and passionate about it. It's a rarity.
And a total dick about it, but
Oh,
it worked for
completely,
him.
but when you're in the
Hey.
courtroom, you kind of have to be, you know?
That was part of his charm.
He was the only one in the city that could actually pull off a mullet. And that includes the dungeons.
True.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
I think the only reason he got away with it was because of the maple syrup blood.
I remember one of my first interactions with him. He accused the PD of conspiring with the DA's office, and this is when I was the district attorney, of corruption and plotting against his client. I'm like, damn, this dude has balls. Holy shit.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Hey, somebody's got to be willing to, speak their mind.
I was like, all right.
Something he certainly did quite often.
I appreciated it. I was like, oh, okay, I see what I'm working with here. He brought that same fire everywhere with every client, you know? I can't
Even
say I
outside
did the
the
same.
courtroom, he did.
Yeah.
Tenacious. That's a word I would use for him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait and talk to Stonefinger before I head out. Wonder how long he's gonna be over there for.
He said he wouldn't be long, I don't think.
Right.
Guess it depends on how much Freya's got to say.
She's pretty broken up.
It's understandable.
Absolutely.
It was a train wreck for a long time after Kermit died. It's not something you get over easily, you know?
Well, I can say that I've only just started to return to myself after just in the past couple days.
Well, hopefully this service was cathartic.
It was nice to know that, you know, even though Chris was the way he was to a lot of people, that, you know, he still meant something to people.
Right. Hi, Daisy.
You know,
Hey, Daisy.
I didn't want to say this in front of the crowd, but, you know, he once dropped me off a bridge to get a client.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, that sounds like something Chris would do.
That definitely
Yeah.
sounds like something he would do.
He, I don't know, there was something going on. There's something going on at the prisoner intake at MRPD, and all PD had their ARs drawn back there, and there'd been gunfire, and Chris wanted to get in close to figure out who was down there and see if maybe he could find somebody to, you know, represent. And so he pushed me off the bridge down into a pit full of AR carrying police officers.
Dear God.
Jesus.
Definitely something he would do.
Yeah. How'd that work out?
I have no idea if he got the client or not.
It's going that extra mile, and there's really going that extra mile. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking from experience, that drop is larger than it looks.
Yeah, it's not a short distance at all.
No, it's not.
Oh, hurt a lot.
He would always tweet whenever he saw a car chase going by. It's like, if you get caught, call me.
Let the mullet work for
there's
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's dropping somebody off of a bridge.
I remember we were driving somewhere in his truck. He was telling me about being EMS, and an ambulance went by us. He pulled over, tweeted about being injured, let the mullet work for you, and then continued driving.
Dear God.
Oh.
So I said to him, so you went from driving ambulances to chasing them, I see.
Pretty much.
Well, there was a reason that he filed twice as many cases as any other lawyer in this city, from what I saw.
Tenacious.
Man knew
that's
how to
what I
get a
was saying.
client.
You did.
Tenacity.
Most new lawyers come into the city and they spend, 4 weeks just standing on the courthouse steps, and McGraw's out there hustling to get business.
Oh, yeah.
He took a bullet for me once.
Really?
Damn.
Yep.
He would do that.
Can't say very many other lawyers would do that either.
Yeah. And while some people might have thought him as overly litigious, he wasn't, I don't know. I don't think that was him. He wasn't the vengeful type. I saw him get run over by the mayor once, and he didn't even file suit.
What was that,
He had
Eugene?
witnesses. Yeah. Yeah. Came sliding around the corner at like 80 miles an hour in front of the courthouse, and Chris was in the middle of the crosswalk, and the car just swerved right into him and sideswiped him.
Damn.
Put him down for the count. I mean, it would have been an easy case if he'd wanted to push it.
Wow.
Bye, Commander Retro. Thank you for the raid. It was
But,
so nice
I
seeing
think
you in
that
RP
speaks to his
again.
character,
I miss you.
He wasn't fighting for himself. He was fighting for his clients.
Exactly.
He really just did want to help people.
It's a rare trait.
He really is.
Well, welcome back. You came
In
back at a
different
good time.
circumstances,
I just quit EMS.
I would have loved to have had him be part of our firm. I think he stood up for the ethics that Solomon put forth for us as well or better than any of us partners do.
I haven't seen Solomon in a while.
Yeah. I think he's been taking some time to recuperate after he got set on fire. Letting the beard grow back out.
Who set him on fire?
That lawyer hunter guy.
Quentin Palmer.
Or whatever.
What the?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was at
Braun.
Harmony one day and Quentin Palmer called Melanie and said, "Do you know any lawyers? I want to kill one."
What the fuck?
Who? Okay, that's a
Yeah.
hell of an intro. Braun, this was amazing.
He literally pulled up in front of the courthouse one day and
And do you
just
like
said,
how
like,
I
"I'll be seeing you soon," and then
invited
sped
Stonefinger
off
here
cackling.
to cover it?
Jesus.
I think that was the
Adrienne hired him to write
last
a
thing we saw,
slam piece
Lachlan.
against
Yeah,
the
that was
PD for
last
what
time I saw
happened.
McGraw.
Yeah. Yeah, McGrawl was going around and all black, had a t-shirt
Ziggy, why don't
wrapped
you
around
have
his head,
VIP? Hold on.
trying to not look like a lawyer for once. Hide the mullet.
There we go.
I think he was just trying to hide himself in that case. Because I think he came to Mission Row in the same outfit.
Yeah.
Was
I mean, he
was he
you know,
at
he
Norris?
didn't want to look
right
like
now?
an obvious
I don't
lawyer.
remember.
It's crazy that
I know Arthur was there.
people even have to think that way in this city.
Ooh.
A lot of things about this city are crazy.
That's an understatement.
True.
Also, sorry if you guys hear the washer in the background. I don't want to interrupt him talking to Freya, but I was hoping to talk to him before I could head out. Need to get some rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure if you go stand nearby, he'll understand that you're waiting to talk to him.
Yeah.
He said he wanted to talk to me too, so I'll follow you over there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only so much time, anyways.
Yeah.
Daisy, Lachlan, I'm gonna start being around more often, so I'll hopefully see you tomorrow night. If you guys are
Yeah.
around.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, because the one case that I was worried about might not even be a thing anymore, so.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering with the statute of limitations in regards to that. It's kind of iffy.
Yeah, and like I can email you some more stuff about it. But
Okay.
It's one of those that Maya was told just to not worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, just let me know.
Okay.
Oh my God! Trigger
Nice
Freebird.
to see you all.
Yeah, you too.
You too, Sydney.
You as well.
There you go.
And Adrienne, let me know what you want to do about Jesse.
Yeah, I'll reach out to you about that. Okay.
All right.
My family has a lot of funerals to plan.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah. I'll see you guys.
All right,
Right.
let's
Bye.
see you.
I have to plan 3 funerals. Jimmy! Also, hi everybody. I love seeing Bones here. I love it. I love it.
Okay.
When he was standing next to Braun, I was like, ooh, I want to go stand next to the murder lawyers. So that's when I moved over by Braun and Bones. I should plan my... what? What you mean? Oh, goodness.
A text is fine, yeah. Or just accordion, whatever. Whatever's easier. Yeah, I need to know what happened.
It's okay. I think everyone is.
Okay. Yeah, are you in town often? or-
Raja will plan it if I die in Russia. Other than that.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Hi, Stonefinger.
Hey, do you think you can get your hands on this?
Yeah, I'll save it right now. You Billy, right?
This court docket that Mr. Braun was talking about, the one about his
What do you mean?
the appeal and all that.
Let me
Saving
see.
it?
1 second. Just Braun appeal. Okay.
Is it like is
Let me see. What is this one?
Do y'all mind if we head that way a little bit?
Yeah,
Sure.
let me find this real quick.
If what you
Hey.
guys are going to talk about is private, I can
Your
wait
brother
here.
was a really great guy.
No, I'd actually like to
He was
have you included as well, considering
Oh.
your
He was a gentleman,
relationship with
and
Chris and also
I
your
didn't deserve him.
spot at the PD. You know.
Sure.
No.
Is it the one against Sonia? I don't see an appeal for him.
Sure.
I'm not entirely sure. Do I
Have a
have
good
that
day.
access to that sort of thing?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if it's a public docket or something that was kept under wraps.
Usually it'll be explicitly laid out if it's private. This should be fine for you to check.
Okay, so as long as it doesn't say that it's private or redacted or
Right,
what have
or
you, I should be
sealed
okay.
or anything like that. Yeah.
Okay,
And because
I'll,
it's a tort, you should be fine.
And it's generally on the government. That's on the government website, correct?
Yes.
Okay, spectacular.
I made it. Why don't you have VIP either?
So Sydney, is there
Yes.
anybody he was
There we go.
that he had a especially contentious relationship with?
I mean,
Who? McGrawl?
Yeah. Any kind of, for lack of a better term, enemy?
Well,
I don't know about enemy, but see, here's the thing: is I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about.
Well, whenever you feel comfortable saying. I don't want to get you any trouble. This is kind of right now just kind of an off the books type of investigation. Basically, I'm just looking to put things together. I'm going to take it to the PD, and if they don't do anything with it, then I'll have to
they're
do
not
things
going to do
myself.
anything with it.
Well, I'll give them a chance. If
You're
they
better
don't,
off trying to
then I'm
take it
going,
to the DA, Lawrence Blainer.
All right, I'll do that. I'll try to let the legal system work it out, and if nobody's going to do anything about it, then goddamn it, I'm going to put it on myself. I mean, people got to know what's going on here.
If you do take it to an officer, which I would advise going to an officer and the DA's office, bring it to someone like Snow or
Archer.
Deputy Forcer.
Archer cares.
Yeah.
I know he didn't end up making it, but
100%.
I did talk to him
100%.
yesterday.
So will the DA's
and
office.
He does care very much about this.
So will the DA's office. That's why I had Stonefinger show up.
Let's keep this out on a personal level. Do you know where he...
I love the petty levels of Braun and Adrienne.
Do you know his place of residence?
I've never been to his house, actually.
I love it.
Just curious, I'm looking at it from all angles, but did he have a dispute with a neighbor? I mean, people do get really weird about their property, or maybe, who the hell knows? He might have seen something that somebody did. He might have heard something as he was driving by. I mean,
I don't know how much this really. The last time I saw him, he was wasted, and he kept talking about bikers and something about how they took his house or something.
Okay. Is there? I'm not familiar with the way things are. Am I able to request deeds or anything like that from the courthouse or from the real estate, or?
That's something I don't know.
Because I need to know, if he purchased a house, so I know which one they took from him potentially, you know what I mean?
I mean, it could have just been his drunken ramblings as well.
Yeah, but, I've really just, this is the infancy of me looking into this, so I'm really keeping all possibilities open type of scenario. I don't want to rule anything out.
It's McGrawl. Says ghost.
That's why, I'm looking at it from his home turf, anything happened there, and then also, did he have any clients that were, disgruntled with how he represented them? Anybody know that?
I mean, the case that he defended Kyle Pred, he basically put me up on the stand to talk about how shitty Pred was until it won the case for him. So I don't know if that, like I said, there's all sorts of things that any one person could look at how he said something and be like, wow, that guy's a dick. Because he was, but I loved him. It was part of his charm,
Something like that. Adrienne didn't really care for McGraw one way or another.
I guess.
But this is
might be spending quite a bit of time on
this is
in the
interesting.
dockets then, because if he
Adrienne cares more about attacking the
commonly
PD
bring people up
than
to,
anything.
Shit on other people, for lack of a better term.
I couldn't tell you. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing, I think. I got a message from him one day, said, "Come to court." And then all of a sudden I was being put on the stand.
Okay. Well, in order to do that, he would have to have you as a witness listed in the case, correct?
He said something about surprise witness. I don't know. I mean, I was talking to him a long time ago about maybe being his paralegal, but I ended up liking PD too much. So I stayed
Miss
there.
West, is that the case? Do they have to be listed in the docket to be called?
Witnesses? Generally, yes. You can always motion to while in court, but the other side has the opportunity to object to that. And if you're already at 6 witnesses, they are going to immediately deny that.
Okay, so
I'm pretty sure I was the only witness in that.
Yeah, it comes down to judge's discretion, honestly. And if the other lawyer is going to be okay with that or not.
Okay, but it would be a safe guess. It would be a worthwhile endeavor to look at his court cases, correct? I mean, if I'm looking for potential, if he's putting people on the stand.
There was one case. He worked with Gladys, and the client didn't seem very satisfied with it. I don't remember the actual case itself, but the client seemed more upset with Gladys than anything because whoever bar certified her should not have done that. Less so with McGraw's ability to be a lawyer, and more so with the fact that they gave a bar license to a senile 70-year-old woman.
Goodness.
But as far as clients go, that's the only one I know who may have had an issue. He worked really hard for his clients, and it seemed like they all appreciated that, you know?
Well, as we're talking about it, it appears, there's a totally new angle I hadn't even thought of. If he's calling people on the stand to disparage the people he's going against, then I've got to look at it all angles, not just who he represented,
Right.
So I might just have to spend quite a bit of time in that docket to look at all the different angles, I mean, there could be somebody buried in there that makes sense have been.
You should also look at what's not on the docket. I can talk to you about that later.
Will do. Okay. Sydney, do you have anything else in the recent events before his death that kind of stick out to you? Anything at all?
I am too, Braun. I am too. I'm glad I brought Adrienne back.
I mean, he'd been shot in the leg several times.
It's getting spicy.
But that's not really a secret.
Was anyone arrested for shooting him?
I don't know.
McGrawl.
Okay.
It must be so weird going to your own character's funeral.
Witnesses, anything?
I mean, we took down a couple police reports, but I've been told they've been included in any kind of open investigation. Which is, like I said, I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to talk about.
Miss West, what's the procedure for getting FOIAs for a deceased individual?
For that, I am not sure. If you're an attorney, you need written consent from the individual that you are their legal counsel and you have the right to access those documents. For someone who's deceased, I don't know how that works. Cameron would have been one to ask, but I believe he's gone.
All right, I'll send him an email and see if he can shed some light on that for me.
Right. I can always try to, I believe Stanton's gone as well, ask the judges that and how that works. I don't believe it's something we've had to encounter before, so.
What exactly?
Requesting police reports involving a deceased individual.
If it's an open investigation, they're not going to give you anything.
That is true.
And if they do give you anything, most details and names are going to be redacted.
That's basically what they keep telling me too.
Exactly.
Damn.
If you're looking for information, I'd speak to people on a personal level. You find that more people slip up rather than they do with their reports. And mostly word of mouth, and that is difficult to put any sort of faith in. However, you may find that a bit more useful than trying to get hold of documents.
Well, I'll try, but the PD, they're not exactly my biggest fan, considering they've had a few pieces exposing their incompetency and corruption. So
talk to disgruntled officers. They may be more willing to talk. Like Lauren would probably open up.
Well, I hear
Snow not so
Pred
much, you know.
quit and then came back, so he might be somebody. And Steele is the only other one that I know of that's pissed. But he's I'm not sure of his situation currently.
I believe Steele was one of the officers investigating it, so that would be a good start. Disgruntled ex-police officer.
He's looking to go after the department anyway.
There you go.
Yeah, I heard that through the grapevine as well.
And like I said, Archer does care about this.
Archer is not going to give anything up. He's too
No,
straight-laced.
but he might at least be able to get things going in the right direction.
You'll find that most of them speak in code anyway. Even if they don't give you a direct answer, you talk to them long enough either about themselves or the situation, they'll eventually let something slip. Everyone does.
That is true.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll work on my people skills. See if I can. I know we have somebody doing ride-alongs with the PD. Maybe I can have them do a little offhanded digging. See if I can exploit that a little bit. Not so he knows what it's for, but just he's a subordinate, so I can just say, hey, ask about this and see what happens.
Right.
Mr. Bones, it's good seeing you again.
You as well, Miss West.
Ah, I love his voice.
I'm gonna... Well, Sydney, if you don't have anything else, Miss West, if you don't have anything else right now, I'm gonna go ahead and head over and talk to these folks over here, and then I'm gonna take off.
If I think of anything, I'll send you a message.
Excellent. Please do. This is my number one priority currently, so anything at all, even if it feels like it might be silly, it could, who the hell knows where it goes.
And you know where to find me.
Good luck.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Just don't get hurt digging too deep, okay?
Well, I won't do it intentionally, I can tell you that.
Okay.
But somebody's, damn it, somebody's got to do something. This is, there's no reason for this sort of thing to happen, and nothing, absolutely nothing be done about it.
I've been trying for weeks to get things done. Yeah. And I'm glad that there are others around who are just as invested.
Well, Until you hear otherwise, this is what I'm going to be looking into, and this is my priority. Even if you see stories that come out aside from this, this is constantly what I'll be working on.
If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go speak with Freya and William.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna head out. All right, it was good seeing you both.
Good to see you.
Oops.
Go here and talk to these folks.
Goodness. Bye, Mr. Bones.
Goodbye, Mr. West.
Ooh. It's so hot. All right, I want to go. Goodbye, guys.
Hi, Adrienne.
Take care.
Bye, Miss West.
Dude, I love Norman's voice. All right, let's get out of here. I'm sorry for the short stream, guys. I just wanted to kind of hang out while we went to McGraw's memorial. Also, again, I apologize if you guys can hear the washer in the background. It's laundry day. I normally don't stream on weekends, but I streamed this weekend. It's been good. I was playing Bree earlier. Not gonna be around later. I'll be around on Monday. I'll be around on Monday. I mean, well, I take it back. It depends on how bored I am tonight. If I'm bored, then I'll hop on the server. But I have some stuff I want to get done. Today is Sunday. Well, for me it is. I'm NA. Okay, where is be on much later. Alright. There we go. How's it feel living in the past? Braun, are you still in here? Holy shit, I'm so glad you organized this. This was great. This was great. And the fact that no police officers showed up, oh boy. The pettiness that Braun and Adrienne both exude is unparalleled. Because I love that we're like, yeah, McGrawl, he's a good guy, right? Adrienne didn't really care one way or another. I don't know if Braun did, but it was definitely a way to push her own anti-police agenda, and I'm here for it. Braun gave her an outlet for that. And the fact that like we invited Stonefinger here to get in on it. We had talked to him a few days ago about what happened with McGrawl, so he can write an anti-PD slam piece about it. Yeah, exactly. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I love getting the media, like Weasel News, involved in stuff. Like when Adrienne had them write that piece about the DOC setting people on fire and like being corrupt and stuff. Like it was awesome. Because of course, like the DA's office and the PD are gonna suppress that. But it should get out to the general public, you know, regardless. And it's cool to see. I like getting the DOJ and the media involved together. Scandalous fan fiction. And Bree did commission that fan fiction between Bree and Rasha. Who should we raid? Who is streaming right now? Who is streaming right now? How is it almost 6 p.m.? Oh, damn, I woke up late. Oh yeah, I went to bed at 7:30 in the morning. Oh, Apple Shampoo's around. We could go raid Apple Shampoo. Let's go raid Geo. I haven't raided her in a while. I've known Apple Shampoo since I first joined the server. Like over a year ago. Holy shit, dude. It's been a while. Oh, I'm excited. Okay. So I will probably be back tonight. If I do stream, because of all the drama going on with the Bondi's, I'll probably stream Bree tonight and then Adrienne tomorrow. I want to try splitting 50-50 with that. We'll see how that goes. I want to play Adrienne maybe from like 12 p.m. EST to, or wait, no, 12 a.m. Oh God, 12 a.m. EST to about 4 a.m. EST, and then switch to Bree from 4 a.m. EST to, I don't know, 8 a.m. EST. And so I'll have a good balance there. I'm excited. But anyway, give Apple Shampoo all of my love, please. She plays Geo. She's the manager for the VU. I've known her for so long. I love her. Spam a bunch of hearts. I want to see a bunch of hearts. But I will see you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for stopping by. Bye.